to you that the public response to Elon Musk, to
I
Tesla
mean,
washing.
Hold on now. Tulsi Gabbard, well, yeah, she is pretty much white. But Kash Patel, you got Kash Patel in there, though. Come on now. Wait, hold on. What about our labor secretary? She's Hispanic. What are you talking about?
And
you got, hold on. A female director of Homeland Security and a female director of, what's she doing? What was her name? Damn it. Skip my head. I can't believe it. It's the white lady, too. Skip my damn head.
It's a reaction to real harm. Workers losing health care.
Well, no, he got like 3 white ladies. I know he got the McMahon lady who's running education. Who was it? Gnomes. Yeah, her last name is Gnomes, but I forgot what department she's in. Dang.
Civil rights rollback, DEI elimination, educational whitewashing. And so when justice is denied, people don't remain silent. They resist.
Educational whitewashing, dog. Look, I didn't see educational whitewashing until I was in 8th grade. Yeah. Like, I didn't see that like since 8th grade. And I'm gonna be honest with you, we kind of fixed that. Honestly, we damn near almost overcorrected. Like, trust me. I did have an 8th grade book. Now, whitewashing, he's not lying. I mean, when I tell you he's not lying, I had an 8th grade book where every king, queen, and prophet throughout time was white. All of them was white. It made no freaking sense. I was like, really? I'm like, even King Tut was white? Like, bro, hold on. So they're not lying. Back in 8th grade, that was a thing. But nowadays, they got it right. Trust me. They got it. Oh, they might have overcorrected on something. Some of these kings looking a bit too dark, and I'm going like, come on, bro. Really, bro. King of England got that man looking a little brown. Come on now, bro. Quit playing.
It means they want to be heard. MLK said the riot is the language of the unheard.
As you were talking,
I'm happy to answer that question.
Hang on one second. Hang on.
I'm sorry, Jesse. Pam Bondi too is also a good one. It's like, you can't say the man's not, I mean, you can't say he goes against DEI, actually, he does go against DEI, but you can't say he's not for women, though. You can't say he's not for women and black people or minorities, because, like I said, you got Kash Patel, I think you got that one Mexican lady in there, and then you got a whole bunch of women. Damn near, I think there's more women than men.
As you were talking there, Bishop Thomas One, I just want to, I don't know if you're even aware of this, but as you were coming into this debate, you had, a few hours ago today, you posted a clip that was doing the rounds on the internet of apparently J.D. Vance criticizing Elon Musk. And I'm going to play a little bit of it now.
He's doing is getting criticized in the media, and he says that he's helping, and he's not. He's making us look bad. He's making me look bad. And I'll tell you this. And he wouldn't like it if I said it, but he's not even in America. He is from South Africa. And he's a hospital. Is this great American leader in a room that has the portraits of some of the greatest men that ever led this country. And he has the audacity to act like he is an elected official. I am an elected official. I am the important one in this situation. Not him. So if he,
hey, JD, I mean, bro, don't tell me Candace might have been right about JD the whole time. Damn, Candace might have called it out the first time. I remember when Candace first said JD might be a leak. JD might be a leak in there. I'm like, bro, Trump appointed Elon. This does not look good on you to go against this. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm glad he's saying something. I'm glad he has an opposing voice, but this doesn't sound like an opposition voice. It sounds like I'm mad it's not me. It sounds more petty than, I'm be real with you, than, to be honest, than political. It sounds a little bit more petty than, I guess, an opposing political like stance, or how he feels he should run Doge differently. Or like, this seems a bit petty. But let's go back and let's hear it again. Because he was cooking his ass. I was like, damn. And then when he said South American, I was like, oh shit. Hey, I know y'all lives loving this, so come on, keep tuning in.
A little bit of it now.
He's doing is getting criticized in the media, and he says that he's helping, and he's not. He's making us look bad. He's making me look bad. And I'll tell you this, and he wouldn't like it if I said it, but he's not even in Earth. He is from South Africa, and he's cosplaying as this great American leader in a room that has the portraits of some of the greatest men that ever led this country. And he has the audacity to act like he is an elected official. I am an elected official. I am the important one in this situation.
Important one in what situation, my friend? Like, all right, so it sounds like Elon might have overstepped somewhere. Like, because he says, I am the important one in this situation. I'm just like, okay, in this situation as of what? And, you know, hey, man, I didn't know he walked around as an elected official. I kind of just walked around as an appointed one. But like I said, though, where's JD coming from with this? Like, what did Elon trespass on to where he feels like, no, I should be the only person having saying this because I'm vice president, aka he big dog. And he is. He is. So whatever Elon traded on, most likely JD probably has a good stance for. So, but one more time, guys, one more time. Then we're gonna play it all the way out.
And he wouldn't like it if I said it, but he's not even in Earth. He is from South Africa, and he's cosplaying as this great American leader in a room that has the portraits of some of the greatest men that ever led this country. And he has the audacity to act like he is an elected official. I am an elected official. I am the important one in this situation, not him. So if he wants to tank the economy and his cars, maybe that's what he deserves.
Now, that obviously on the face of it was explosive. That's the vice president personally lacerating Elon Musk. And you posted this and said he's not even American, he's from South Africa. He's cosplaying as this great American leader. You said Vice President Vance and Elon Musk, the infighting is in full swing. Happy Monday. Now, Vance has replied while this debate's been going on. It's a fake AI-generated clip. I'm not surprised this guy doesn't have the intelligence to recognize this fact, but I wonder if he has the...
Oh, come on now. Y'all was making it look sexy for a second. I thought we had some... Oh, I know that's what y'all lives thought, right? No. That's even I was listening to it. I was like, bro, this seems oh so convenient. Like, I don't know, like, you know, that liberal reporter ending up in those text messages, a bit convenient. AI generated conversations about JD lacerating, like verbally giving verbal lashes to Elon. I don't know. A lot of things are coming out that's oh so convenient. But y'all keep trying though. Y'all keep trying. Like shoot, I'm all for it. I mean, keep it coming. Keep the crazy stories coming. You only make the show more entertaining. Are you not entertained? Because I am.
Integrity to delete it now that he knows it's false. If not, it could be defamation. I guess we'll find out. So the vice president appears to be threatening to sue you, Bishop Talbot Swan. What is your response?
My response is bring it. So, you know, there are conflicting stories out there. There's some that are saying this is AI generated, of course.
And guys, make sure to go ahead and double tap that screen and like the video or hit the 3 dots up there in the corner and make sure to super chat into the stream, man. It's how you keep the show going and keep it interesting and keep interactive. So go ahead and super chat in any question, comment, or disagreement. $2 and up. I'll be happy to read it out loud, interact with it, and post it at the top of the screen. Other than that, double tap that screen. Now, this man is standing on the fact that what? It's real? He said bring it. So he's willing to go to court over this. So who lying?
Response.
My response is bring it. So, you know, there are conflicting stories out there. There's some that are saying this is AI generated. Of course, his office is saying that. Then there are some who are saying this is authentic. But the bottom line for me is when you see that going to, and once again, this is the administration.
Are you saying he's lying?
I'm not going to take their word for it. Let me put it like that.
So you are saying the vice president of the United States is lying?
This is the same administration that said black people were eating.
Okay, but just to be clear,
it's like, bro, this is what y'all do. It's like, bro, y'all come out with half-ass evidence that you cannot substantiate. Just like with these text messages. half-ass evidence you cannot substantiate with the wildest claims. Wildest claims, but half an ass in the evidence. It's like, this is crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, just to be clear,
so
when
I'm not
JD Vance has now
say.
posted to his X account, it's a fake AI generated clip. When when he says that, you don't believe him.
I'm saying I don't take him at his word. JD Vance also said black folks were eating dogs. So his word doesn't mean
the Haitians are eating dogs. He said black folks was eating dogs. Boy, they're eating themselves in their country right now. Yes, the Haitians are eating them effing selves. That ain't racism. That's the facts. You wanna know who's leading Haiti right now? Right? Some big scary Haitian dude named Barbecue. You know what he does? Because there's such a lack of food, he's cooking people in the ground. Cooking people in the ground so they fall off the bone tender. It's like, bro, what are we saying here? Bro, we picked up a people who were literally burning their people in the streets and eating them and brought them over here and expect them not to go after the animals. Like, bro, what? Come on.
Much to me.
Okay.
So,
and if it turns out you're wrong,
when a more credible
if
source
it turns out you're wrong,
it's fake, then I'll believe it.
But Bishop Thomas Swan, if it turns out you're wrong, will you delete it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have no problem deleting it if it turns out I'm wrong, but I'm not taking the word of an administration that lies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay. Cenk, I want to ask you this on a bigger picture. At some point, if Tesla's stock keeps tanking and the global campaign to take down Tesla because they don't like Elon Musk continues at the rate that it's going and becomes a real existential threat to one of his biggest companies, at what point does Elon Musk give up his political career? You know, get out of the White House, get out of Mar-a-Lago, get away from Donald Trump and come and save his businesses?
Yeah, I don't really care about his businesses at all. In fact, the number one thing I want is the government to stop subsidizing his businesses. So all this theoretical cutting from Doge, did it cut a single corporate subsidy, whether it's for Tesla, SpaceX, et cetera, or just any other giant corporation? No, the corporations are thrilled with what Trump's doing. Trump's now become a Trojan horse, pretending to be a populist and unleashing these tech corporate CEOs on us who are not touching a single corporate subsidy. And to what the brother said earlier, he's like, well, so, you know, we need to try this approach. Okay, I would love to try the approach of cutting. I suggested cutting the defense. Have they done that? No, they did the exact opposite. Their budget added $100 billion. So are we dealing in the fact-based world? And you're talking about the deficit and the debt. I agree with you, man. So when the right or the left says, oh, the debt doesn't matter, it drives me crazy. No, it does matter. It's a matter of economics, right?
Yeah, it really is. It's not something that we can just kind of put off to the side for long on the guidelines of like what? Fighting terrorism or spreading democracy or fighting Putin. Like, yeah, it's not something we can just push off for too long, okay? It's going to come to the point where the American people are going to be like, yo, cut the bullshit, bro. We got to solve this right now. We don't want to hear about no more problems from you, government. No more attacks. No more, oh, this is our new enemy. None of that until this balances budget. And then maybe we can worry about that. But until then, y'all need to fix what's at home. Home cleaning. And shout out Seth. Appreciate the support, by the way. So let's go ahead and play this video real quick.
Added 10 Cybertrucks to their fleet, but I think the story is actually... So Las Vegas Police Department just added 10 Cybertrucks to their fleet, but I think the story is actually much bigger. When the community found out about this, people were outraged because Cybertrucks are ridiculously expensive and they're not particularly good vehicles, especially for police. When the sheriff announced the Cybertrucks, he was quick to point out that they didn't buy them, but they were donated anonymously. Now, aside from the very obvious parallels that having militarized police forces in vehicles that look like Cybertrucks is very bad for the community, a lot of people thought that it was Elon Musk who donated the Cybertrucks to the police. That it was. Billionaires are funding the police. And before you say, oh, it's just a donation, if the donation is used for police operations like the flock cameras or the Cybertrucks, that money is used for policing in the community. It's not but certainly with Flock and with now the Cybertruck, which is a vehicle capable of autonomous driving, they're getting data. But more than the data is the control they get and the influence they have on the policing system.
Man, I mean, yeah, that's some pretty high. I mean, if they can find a way to make that Tesla help them more policing, I'm all for it. You give all them Tesla shit. We should treat our police like Dubai. Know what? Ferraris. All policemen, you need Ferraris now. What you mean? No criminal will ever get away with you. You got a Ferrari now. We're gonna treat y'all like Dubai. I'm just playing, of course, but hey, I bet a lot of us want to be police officers then, right? Right.
And so what are they doing? Trump is
Ferrari.
proposing a $4.5 trillion tax cut for the richest people in the world and for corporations. What does that do to the debt? I can do math. It adds $4.5 trillion to the debt. So why are we giving a giant corporate giveaway of an unbelievable amount of money? They said Doge would save $2 trillion, and they're like, oh, just kidding, $1 trillion, just kidding, almost nothing. And now we're going to take the $4.5 trillion anyway. Don't worry about it. We'll make it up in gold cards. We'll make it up in tariffs. We'll make it up in fairy tales. And Snow White as Cinderella will dance in and somehow magically not add to the debt. They're going to increase the debt massively. And to what Bishop said, listen, do not conflate the great anger of the American people and the frustration with these billionaire donors on both the left and the right, the Democratic Party and the right and the Republican Party, with what a bunch of idiot radicals are doing in lighting Teslas on fire. Because if you conflate those two things, then it feeds into the right-wing narrative. And Piers, the most important thing out of all this entire discussion is words like domestic terrorism, now Pam Bondi with the mental use of the word weapons or phrase weapons of mass destruction, and this talk of defamation.
I'm sorry, but weapons of mass destruction on cocktails is, I mean, that was hilarious when she tried to point it out like that. I was like, all right, that's a bit over glorifying you, but I mean, shit, I never seen a cocktail as a weapon of mass destruction. Now, a homemade bomb, yeah, for sure. Homemade cocktail, not so much, but still all the same. Vandalism, and it could hurt somebody. And I mean, these are batteries, like I said. Toxic gases in the air and all that crazy. Yeah, I really want to play around with this.
And billionaires, Trump and Elon Musk, suing anyone who criticizes them. What happened to free speech absolutism? Now it's thin skin absolutism. Oh no, you hurt my feelings. I'm going to sue you. Oh, my stock's down. I'm going to sue you. Brother, I don't have anything to do with your stock. Your stock is your business. You chose to play dress up in the White House and pretending that you're going to cut things and just shovel more corporate subsidies to you and your friends. Don't come crying to me about how your stock is crashing when you're not even running these companies. So go back to work or shut up. Oh my God, I'm sorry, did I offend you? Are you going to sue me? Is it defamation? Did I hurt your feelings? Get out of here, man. What happened to free speech? What happened to free speech?
People are protesting because they don't like Elon. They're protesting because Elon is gutting our federal government. We have a complete oligarchy running this country, and thousands and tens of thousands of hardworking Americans, including veterans, are being arbitrarily fired by this unelected billionaire. That's why people are protesting, not just because they quote unquote don't like Elon.
But it's also true, Taylor. Look, I get all the fury, fine, okay. But actually, I thought that Kaiser made a very good point earlier, which is everyone's tried everything else for decades and decades and decades, and none of it.
Billionaires have run this country, as Kaiser acknowledged. Both political parties have had billionaires in power. We absolutely have not, quote, tried everything else. What are you talking about? We've had rich people running this country for way too long. That's the whole problem.
I mean, here's the thing, though. I feel like we're attacking the wrong people here. It's like, oh, attack the rich, attack the rich, attack the rich. Y'all focus on that goal, but it really doesn't lead us anywhere. But the rich hopping up out of here and going somewhere else to get their business done. And then, like, let's be real. Not only can they run away and get their business done, but they can still get their products sold here. So that was one of the problems with this whole, I ain't gonna lie, outsourcing jobs, sending manufacturing jobs overseas, and it low-key gutting our middle class. Like, you guys speak as if, here's the thing, y'all haven't helped the gutting of the middle class through overtaxation of the rich. Like, that's kind of what it is, through regulations as well, because I mean, really, we get a lot of construction projects going and all that good stuff if there wasn't such crazy regulations in a couple areas, California. So come on now, y'all liberals got to chill, because y'all own policies low-key is what's destroying the middle class. This has nothing to do with the rich. Attacking the rich is not going to do anything, but honestly hurt us more.
problem.
Okay, but what about this element to it? What about the hypocrisy?
Forefathers were rich. Like, shoot, nobody wanted to attack them because they knew what it was. I mean, throughout American history, it's kind of crazy that we've developed this animosity towards the rich. Because yes, they've had their certain controls, but kind of the ones who built this country. This country was built on money. Remember that. Remember, it was built on money and industries. Remember that.
On the left, and I'll show you what I mean by this. I want to play Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel talking about the Tesla stuff.
I find it interesting that there's a growing trend of Cybertrucks being vandalized and used as skate ramps or covered in garbage. Interesting. That's interesting. To be fair, that might not be vandalism. That might just be a simple mistake because they do look a lot like a dumpster.
Tesla stock is way down, almost disastrously so. People, please don't vandalize. Don't ever.
That's what I'm saying. People, they get you to hate on the rich. They get you to wish, like, bro, they would think about it like this. They get you to wish the downfall of people that give you a job. Bro, they want you to wish the worst for the very people that give y'all opportunity. So if the very first happened to them, that mean no opportunity for you. Bruh. But y'all don't see that, though.
Never vandal.
I mean, y'all like to call it trickle-down economics, but y'all don't like to discuss the fact of, oh, well, who signed your paycheck? Oh, wait, what corporation? What billionaire owned corporation owned your, signed your paycheck? Okay.
Tesla vehicles. And so,
Taylor, the point is, that, once again, it's the hypocrisy there, right? If it was the other way around, those two would be the first, they would be the first people to be ranting and railing. If anyone was making fun of acts of wanton vandalism and arson. Why is that ever
Let's
funny?
talk about hip.
Hang on, Bishop. That's for Taylor first. Hang on.
What's your question exactly? I don't. These are a couple like people making fun of Teslas. What's the hypocrisy here?
Comedians.
They and their audience are as one in finding it funny that people are committing acts of horrific arson.
They're making jokes about how ugly the Teslas are because they're ugly. They're making jokes about how the Cybertruck looks like a dump truck or a dumpster because it looks like a dumpster. That's not like, and again, it's so absurd that this entire panel.
I mean, here's the thing though, it's like y'all kind of championing like the destruction of Tesla. It's like y'all turning like this into a political movement. This is not about, oh, is it a bad product or not? No, it's a political protest against Elon by low-key trying to sink his stocks. That's all y'all trying to do. Y'all mad at Elon, so y'all want to hurt him in some way. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of childish, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
You guys have conflated a peaceful protest movement with the actions of one or two, random people who did threw a Molotov cocktail. This is a peaceful protest movement that has been taking, place across the country. It's going to take place at 500 Tesla dealerships.
But I'm looking at people. I'm looking at clips every day. Not only are people chucking Molotov cocktails, but spitting and keying Teslas, committing just endless acts of vandalism and violence, putting swastikas on them, comparing them to Nazis and so on. And I'm just like, again, this is supposed to be the caring, sharing, good people, the liberals, and you're all cheering. You're all cheering this nonsense. Kaizen,
I wish the same.
Given Kaizen's put his hand up politely, he may speak first. Kaizen.
Yeah, we got to find a way to talk better, guys, because this is not good. And this is actually an example. This is a microcosm of the bigger issue with civil discourse in this country. So, Taylor, I agree with you that this is a fringe that is not representative of a whole. And I said that earlier, and I'll say it again. Both the left and the right have fringes that need to be called out and condemned, and the core needs to distance themselves from that fringe. I think what Pierce is saying is that when you have people clapping on multiple late night comedy shows about Tesla's getting vandalized, it's indicative of a zeitgeist that is sympathetic to hostile acts of aggression toward people who are middle-class citizens who are having their private property be vandalized. Yes. But again, I actually want to move off of this point and focus. Taylor, please, my hand was up. Freddie, please, can I talk? Okay, so I just want to finish and then I'll hear you out. I have not interrupted you either. So I think the bigger thing we need to focus on, and I think Taylor made a good point, is the influence of billionaires in this country historically. If people want to say that there's an oligarchy now, I would say that there's always been an oligarchy.
I said the same thing. I'm like, bro, y'all bitching about an oligarchy now, but I'm like, dog, you not forget the robber barons? Have you ever seen the movie Robber Barons? Like, you know, the guys who controlled these large industries like steel, railroad, banking, JP Morgan, Dale Carnegie and them. It's like, you remember those guys? That was a true oligarchy. I mean, what we have today ain't shit to what we had back then. What we have today is not shit to compare what's going on back then. We are in a way better place today. Could it be better? Sure, why not? But to be honest with you, it's like y'all complaining about an oligarchy like it just happened, and it's been here. It's been worse. There's been I mean, bro, what? Oh yeah, I don't know. Y'all complain about an oligarchy now, but America's always been, in a way, had some form of, like, I'm gonna be real with you, ultra elite, super rich. It's always been like that. Like, bro, what was the next?